If the Olaf gets fed enough, that kind of becomes your job as Jarvan is you just ult this guy and then you flag and drag out and you make him spend his flash or he loses his ult, right?
Yep.
And so that is kind of that line that you are going to be walking. Sturdy going to be, of course, playing that top because we already have
in the bottom side as Vulcan and Tactical are going to rotate over to Blabber here, taking this first Drake. Call Me and Kryra are in the area, but as Loki rotates down, throws out the ball, flash forced by the dredge line of the Vulcan, but Call Me's coming in, going for the taunt flash. It's Vulcan getting locked up first as Blabber re-enters the fight. First blood back over to Tactical as C9 are out fighting him. Tactical exhausted though, so Jed looking for a little bit more opportunity to free fire. Vulcan down to 150 HP, Blabber's going to drop, but so will Kryra. Jungler's traded 1 for 1, C9 2 for 1 overall. Sajed going back in, looking to find the kill on Tactical, but he won't quite get it. Sajed dies, but so does Loki. It's another 1 for 1 trade as Vulcan goes back in after Lions, who's trying to find the kill on a Tactical, and Lions gets it. Vulcan goes in for the flash auto attack, won't quite get enough damage, but he burns down to...
I mean, they've created some big leads. They've also donated those leads very generously to their opponents a couple times, but I will
also creating a big lead just in the other direction.
There you go. They created one lead, then they created another. Double the lead. Unfortunately, it hasn't resulted in any game wins for them just yet. Second last right now, you know, every team besides DSG has at least 2 game wins. DSG has not gotten a game win yet. Because unfortunately for them, both their series, game 1, really close, really competitive, and nameplates off, you would think that they would win.
Well, right now, DSG are invading the enemy jungle. Kryra looking at this red buff that Blabber was forced to surrender as now he re-engages back over the wall. Vulcan's ready to try to join him, but the heroic entrance from Call Me has also arrived. Blabber gets back over the wall here with the blast cone, and C9 is ready to try to collapse for a full-on punish. Shockwave over the wall puts Lions in the grave. Thanatos takes the kill on that one, and C9 have already found the first kill of the skirmish. Dredge line not quite going to find the target. That blast cone was Blabber's dumpster, and he's sailing towards new horizons on that one. Kryra down here with the bottom side, charging up the Vault Breaker, but it's Vulcan and Blabber starting up the fight first. It's another Shockwave coming in. The 1-2 punch from Blabber, and Loki once more finds the target, and Blabber gets away. The Golden Aegis guarantees he ain't gonna burn down. As additional damage onto Kryra, a double kill for Tactical through that one. Oh, Blabber, really nice team play from the rest of the C9 squad, as now it's once again a 3-man play. It's Vulcan, Blabber, and Tactical putting the damage into Surdy, who does not have his Ragnarok available. More damage comes in, though, as Call Me arrives with another heroic entrance to protect his top laner. Meanwhile, up in the C9 top side, it's Thanatos under pressure, but it's Thanatos who almost gets the kill onto Lions here with a 1v3. Staying alive for now. Kryra gets back away. He's almost dead now, too. Sajed also brought down to 100 HP. By the speed boots instead of the armor boots.
Oh.
If Thanatos had the armor boots, because all the damage that was hitting him was from Sajed.
So, you know, he has some history both against Sajed and against the organization itself, which makes it cool, you know, having these players be so familiar with each other.
Now we have yet another fight breaking out. Tons of damage into Tactical, but the Culling taking him below half HP yet again, but a nice use of Petrifying Gaze to hold off the assault. Cry was first to die as Loki takes the kill. Make it a 2-for-0 so far as Call Me also falls. C9's gonna ram the Herald into the turret there thanks to Blabber. Sajed tries to get away, but Loki's got the damage. Lion survives, but it's mid, jungle, and AD all gone for DSG, and C9 isn't done. Surdy's hanging around. He's trapped on top of the Cassiopeia puke, and he's not going anywhere. Loki's on a killing spree, and all of a sudden, Azael, this game that was still within striking distance.
Having 2 items, because I think this is a very weak spot in the game for them right now.
All right, they've already begun it. The Dragon's down to half HP. Thanatos has no Narbar. C9 gonna put some damage into Call Me here at the very start. Sajed already using the culling to not great effect. Surdy wants to jump in, put a little bit more DPS into Vulcan's health bar, but he won't find any kills. Surdy's already dead. Kryra trying to pressure Tactical here in the back, but Kryra exhausted will have no way out. Loki on a rampage. DSG, it went exactly as you said, Azael. They want to try to fight. They're not in a great spot, and C9 is happy to let the cards fall.
Tactical just finished the upgraded Archangels and had a fully stacked Roa, and then on the other side, not one of those people has 2 items. And then after you've lost the fight, Sajed buys an IE and a double longsword, right? It's like, when you're behind, you want to fight on 2 before they're on 3 items. That's where your chance is, and I feel like that was kind of a hopeless look.
And right now, it looks like Call Me is also feeling pretty hopeless here in this 1v3. Blabber engages it to start it off. Easy enough for Vulcan and Thanatos to finish the kill. They even give the money over to the Gnar in the side lane. Tactical staying alive here as Sajed and Lions try to put the pressure on him, but he's already full stacked on Roa. He's already got his Seraph's Embrace. He's got Loki behind him to finish the kill onto Sajed. It's just all a matter of details at this point. C9's got the game all locked up with an 8,000 gold lead and Dragon Soul point status. Thanatos going to pick up the tier 1 turret. Half of DSG is looking at the game through a black and white filter, so C9 might as well take a 20-minute bear.
Yes, sir, and after that last fight, we didn't even get to talk about it because C9 just went on the map and killed him again. Double Seekers was purchased up by C9 after that, so that is kind of the countdown and clock instruction.
And now we've got the Seeker's Arm Guard never even needed to be fully used for Loki. That is now all the way upgraded into Azonia's Hourglass, so that's pretty problematic. 8-1 and 6 here on the Orianna. Kryra even tries to get away with a blast code, is pulled right back and has to use the flash just to survive. It's 16-4. DSG knows they need a Cloud9 error. They need a massive issue from C9 in terms of execution to even have a chance in one of these upcoming fights. The double Seekers, like you're talking about, it's literally the point you made at the start of the game. Yeah, it's a long way away, but once they get there, who do Disguised even go on? Well, that long way away is now reality, and Disguised are having to buckle up because this one is heading for the ditch real quick. Vulcan goes in, immediately Surdy's going to lose 80% of his health bar. Call Me might lose even more. Stunned up here, Mega Gnar back into the wall, and the Galio is gone. C9, they find one kill. They nearly get the second with Surdy forced all the way back into the fountain. That is now an Olaf having to heal up, and with no ultimate, Surdy can't really participate in the fights. Recalls being channeled now from the C9 side, but it is just their 2 solo laners who will immediately rejoin the rest of the squad and go for the game-ending push right here. Vulcan at half HP goes in for the dredge line. Beautiful petrifying gaze, ready to follow it up. Kryra is already dead, and DSG can't do anything about the C9 push. Everybody on Cloud9 still alive. This one could have been an email, but Cloud9 are just slamming Disguised in the first game. 21 kills in 23 minutes. 23-minute end in this season is crazy. That is such a
Rise and the Ezreal have the time to do their damage. You already mentioned the dog locked in for Kryra over on the DSG side. Unfortunately, my friend, I believe that Chihuahua is still Chihuahua size after the game number 1 performance.
But will it be after this game here? Ganked you and someone is level 6 with like a real item, and you are still just on Doran's bow.
Well, we can see C9 paying very close attention to the first Drake spawn here.
Two mid laners with the Realm Warp as well as the Weaver's Wall can be able to move around the map, and they are going to be looking for those big fights.
Ooh, Lions with a nice 2-man taunt coming in. Vulcan's your first target. Magical Journey through the wall, getting away for now. Surdy trying to hunt him down, but it's first blood over to Surdy's Vayne. Make it a double as he's getting paid here for this top side 3v.
Back here though, but Vayne has the move.
Yeah, Blabber, though, just walking up, stealing that grub away in a contest of no smite versus no smite between the junglers. It is Blabber who lands it, and so he's going to manage to secure all 3 grubs here as Kryra has to those neutrals. As Surdy has completed his experimental hex, played very strong here in the Vayne, but again, no TP to try to join the fight as the Chemtech is secured by the C9 side, but now Blabber's going to pay the price. Call Me takes the kill on that one. DSG with the nearly 2,000 gold lead. Remember, it was C9 with about 1.3, 1.4 lead before the Herald in the previous game. As now bottom side, it's a DSG play going in after Thanatos. Kryra uses the Call the Pack to drop any Turbid aggro. They got Lions there with the Stand United. They set it up easy peasy for Surdy to get kill number 3, and they know that C9's going to go after that Rift Herald. They're saying, fine, take it, whatever. We're going to kill your top laner and get the turret bottom.
Exactly. I mean, the Rift Herald is the potential of killing a tower or getting plates. Killing someone
right now as DSG maintaining their position, and Surdy has made his way over. Now that it's a 5v5, now that C9 can't get anything with a numbers advantage, they know they don't want a fair fight, they back away.
Yeah, C9 were looking to pick a fight with the little brother, but then the big brother came down
showed
from
up.
top lane. Right, never mind, we don't want that smoke. I'm sorry. Just a prank, bro.
Just gonna leave. It's like, all good. Okay, see you guys next time.
Yeah, so Surdy shows up. They do trade the TPs. Of course, it is the long course. I think a lot of people would be shocked to hear that he is back, but he has been killing it in the NACL. And as Jat did in this whole long presentation.
You're probably pretty excited that he's coming back and it's still Armeo that you're jungling against instead of Inspired for the first week. But that's all tomorrow. Right now, we still got the rest of this one to play as Blabber goes in and finds the Impale on the Lions, who has to taunt and then flash over the wall trying to get himself away. Meanwhile, Vulcan, nice use of the ulti there to lock up Sajed, who's going to be protected by that Stand United, but it will not protect
protect enough. The shutdown credit goes to Tactical. Call Me tries to find something on the backside of the fight here from the right angle as Blabber is low, but Surdy has finally joined the fight. Goes into the final hour, but he's trapped in Rune Prison. Surdy down to 20% HP. DSG's got to be careful. Thanatos here with a re-engage. Shutdown on Call Me. It happens again and 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 again, no matter how many leads DSG builds.
There's not really any opportunity for him to do anything in that fight because there's no one to create space because Lions was out of it instantly. Sajed was already dead before he arrived, so there's not really any ability for him to outplay.
And now there's your Cosmic Binding into the wall. Surdy pops final hour defensively, but Blabber is still on the hunt. The Impale lands. Vulcan gets the kill. Surdy is dead. Tempered Fate locks up Kryra, and they want to make it a 2-0, but Kryra with the flash stays alive. That disguised gold lead, 2.5, 3,000 gold lead that we saw just a couple of minutes ago is gone. As the tier 1 turret falls, DSG's lead shrinks down to
C9 trying to move to Soul Point. DSG want to stop him.
All right, C9, let's see if they can maintain the area, maintain the perimeter long enough to secure this one without a contest. Yes, they can. DSG still thinking about... And right now, C9 controls the Baron. They're going to get this one for free. And oh man, we got to spend the Fury ulti, so they're just going to keep the pressure mounting. Tactical is left over in the mid lane to make sure that they're putting that pressure on at least 2 separate points while everyone else groups top around the tier 2. Blabber going to take a ton of damage here though. Stunned back into the wall, tries to maybe turn it around. That looked a little silly. Flash, maybe find an Ishtal's impact angle, but he will not get it. Loki takes the Realm Warp, gets himself away. DSG aren't going to get any more up here. Meanwhile, C9 trade it for the tier 1 turret in the bottom lane as Thanatos has pushed up and claimed that one. Tactical still pushing back over in mid with Vulcan beside him. Kryra jumps forward yet again, but remember, the Hound's pursuit is on cooldown from earlier, so no chance to really chase after Vulcan or Tactical.
Yeah, good pick there on Blabber. I'm not really sure what he was thinking with the flash, and he goes for the flash, Ishtal's impact. Maybe he was trying to catch someone, but Sajed is going to be the one caught.
Yeah, do they have any follow-up to do something meaningful?
Yep.
Yeah, they sure do. Tactical just jumps in and blows Sajed away as now Tactical, ooh, nice. He was trying to use his teleport for the fast exit, but Surdy just pushes him with the Condemn, cancels the channel on the Summoner spell. Kryra jumps in and grabs an additional kill here, this time on Vulcan as Thanatos has to slice over the wall trying to stay alive. Flash away as the Condemn for so many of their champions. Move speed only becomes that much more effective when your champion is limited in mobility in their kit. So for somebody like Ryze who just runs at you, that's always going to feel really good. DSG on the approach now as C9 are staying grouped up as a unit. Loki gets taunt flash. That might be disguised opportunity. Loki with the flash back into the Dragon Pit, staying alive for now, but Blabber is already dead. Loki's about to follow. Tactical goes over the wall, but Kryra's ready to follow him. 3 kills, DSG. Thanatos in the middle of everybody, but what the hell is one crocodile gonna do? It's DSG clutching up when they need to and slamming the Dragon Soul fight.
And finally, DSG are able to be on the front foot. They're creating the chaos. They are the ones pushing forward. The double ult from Vulcan onto the backline. It just didn't matter because Surdy was completely untouched.
So slightly over half of that from Thanatos on the Renekton. So now Sajed has to sidestep the Tempered Fate, stays alive for the moment, does not get caught by the Cosmic Binding, creates enough time to allow DSG reinforcements to arrive. Stand united, coming in from Lions, as now Loki's going to be your target once more. Surdy on the chase down, grabbing kill number 1, make it number 2, both solo laners.
Away from that Baron, and it is theirs.
All right, Baron, should be no way for C9 in here. Baron secured by DSG. DSG should have total control over the rift leading up to that, meaning once again, it'll be difficult for C9 to try to approach. But before we even get there...
Looking to seal the deal. They have massive leads really on all of the top side here. Call Me, Kryra, Surdy, all in very good positions. But we do know there is still no QSS, there is still no cleanse, so if you can get on Surdy...
Zig's sweet spot on the ulti just blasts away half of anybody's health guaranteed as the Drake is secured by Kryra here. DSG were not...
CC on the DSG side. It is just Taunt and Condemn. That's basically it. And Blabber looking for a pick.
Yeah, Blabber has the pull here onto Sajed with a True Shot Barrage flying through. Sajed gets over the wall, but he is shut down by the Skarner. Blabber ends up taking the kill credit. Thanatos in the middle of everybody, eating a lot of damage from Surdy's auto attacks. He goes into Resurrection here from the Guardian Angel as Tempered Fate does not find a target. Thanatos coming back to life, and C9's making sure to keep him protected. Now Lions have the Guardian Angel on their jungler. 1/3 of the cooldown has passed on Thanatos' GA for the C9 side. Seraph's Embrace available for Loki on the Ryze.
There is IE done now for this Vayne. Very rare to see that in pro play, but he has it completed. He is going to pump if he can get access to some of these squishy targets.
And he goes in, dives after Vulcan and Blabber, who get away with the magical journey. So no final hour available for Surdy, but Tactical, Blabber, and Vulcan all chunked by about half HP. So C9 has to back away, yield control over the topside river to DSG, but there's no Weaver's Wall, there's no final hour on the DSG side. If they try to force a Baron fight, they will not have those tools for the big showdown. As Thanatos does have to be careful yet again, trying to get away from Kryra and Call Me. Thanatos in some serious danger, but the kill onto Lions the other way means a 1-for-1. Now Blabber gets pushed back by the seismic shove. Call Me and Kryra got to be a little bit careful here. They are on the other side of C9 as Sajed tries to step forward, throw out a couple of mines. Mega Inferno Bomb does get Vulcan incredibly low on HP. Tactical trying to survive and fight back against Kryra. It does knock off his Guardian Angel while Loki kills Call Me. Now they're going to camp the body of Kryra. They need a little bit more damage to take him down, and Blabber can't quite find it. Kryra getting away for now. It's 3 dead on the DSG side as Sajed and Call Me, both mages, are now out of the picture. C9 has everybody except for Thanatos. A TP coming in now as they are ready to reposition their Ezreal back into this scrap. Kryra's still hanging around. Blabber and Loki at low HP. Kryra may not be respecting the fact that Tactical can be here, and Tactical looking after him now, but the TP's ready to come in as Lions joins Kryra here with the Stand United. Surdy has also showed up. Tactical trying to get himself away now as Blabber and Loki secure the Baron. True Shot Barrage fired off. Will not hit it.
We're going back to live.
Okay. Blabber does get shoved here. Nice moves from Call Me and the rest of DSG. They've already found the kill onto the C9 jungler, but now
Surdy.
Vulcan is just being peppered with bolts by Surdy. He goes forward looking for a little bit more. The shutdown on Surdy comes in from Tactical as Thanatos and Tactical are trying to fight back. DSG scrambling. The Dragon still at full HP. Health bars melting, but they're mostly C9. It's only Tactical and Thanatos left alive. Surdy the only death on DSG, but considering everyone else is so low, DSG did have to peel back, play it a little safe, but it looks like Kryra and Sajed should be able to take the Drake.
Yeah, they should be able to. I don't know why Kryra's not hitting this, though. He's just, oh, he has no smite. He's waiting for smite. He used his smite in the fight, so he's trying to actually delay to make sure he can secure it, that doesn't get stolen over the wall here. And that is exactly what Tactical is going to try to do. He has the True Shot Barrage. The smite is now up, though, and it is secure.
Angle to make a move here, as you're going to have Sajed TPing in to join up with the rest of the DSG squad. Surdy level 20 on the Vayne.
Point in the game. Thanatos has his GA ready, there's Zhonya's ready, so there's a lot of tools here. This next fight is going to be so explosive.
I always laugh so much at Shojin Endless Hunger Ezreal. Hold on now, Blabber gets hit with a shove yet again. Kryra diving in after Tactical, has to shift out of the way of the Mega Inferno Bomb as Blabber barely survives with 200 HP left. Now Lions could be soaking some damage as Loki's nearly killed off by Surdy. One more bolt in the air, finds him, Surdy's got the kill. Tactical goes over the wall and stays alive for now as Kryra wants to chase, but he won't quite be able to finish the job. Thanatos and Vulcan trying to scatter and get themselves away as DSG looks for even more. Surdy might be dead, but he's traded for Loki. Can't believe that is only a 1-for-1 after everything settles. Vulcan's still trying to get away. He's got the dead man's play. Lions wants to stop him, gets the taunt. Vulcan immediately ready with the self-Mikhails, just walks away from it. All right, not enough of a convincing result one way or the other for either side to head to Baron, and everybody goes back to their corners.
I low-key wonder if Surdy's QSS was on the wrong keybind, because his QSS was very late. And it came in very late there, and he just dies. And Tactical with some heroics takes him out with that final Q here and survive with all his lifesteal. Tactical is just playing insane.
Well, now he's got to do it again. Thanatos nearly killed off here in the Baron Pit, is hit with the satchel, forced into the resurrection here with Guardian Angel. No real value here out of the Cosmic Binding just yet. Lions in the middle of everybody. Mega Inferno Bomb over the top, and Sajed's got the first kill. Kryra nearly falls. He at least loses Guardian Angel. But now C9's backing away again. Blabber gonna get shot down again. DSG are doing it. The front line of C9 is gone, and the Baron belongs to Disguise. They're
everything they need to finally go for their first game win.
This is looking good for Disguise, but it's got to be quick, it's got to be clean, it's got to be precise.
You've got 2 minutes of having both super buffs active at the same time. You need to end the game now, as C9 has to dig in and prepare to defend. You can see Loki and Tactical making their recalls. Now's the time to buy elixirs. Now's the time to spend your money. It's all going to come down to, can DSG end it right here? First inhibitor going to fall right down there in bottom lane. Mid inhibitor's already exposed from earlier. Remember that. Mega Inferno Bomb flying out. It's dodged, but Kryra already gets the kill. That's the Fed Ezreal. Thanatos in the middle of everyone, trying to put the pressure on, but Sajed's still going to stay alive as Loki is executed by the Elder Dragon. Blabber gets flipped back again. And DSG, it might have took 3 weeks, but they are going to find their first game win against C9 and take us to game 3.
Nicely done by DSG. Getting it across the finish line was not...
Trundle subjugates Poppy and steals a bunch of Poppy stats. But then you subjugate Trundle and steal Poppy's stats. So now you're stealing...
But that job is, of course, going to be a lot harder when you look at Sajed. He's down 18 CS in that 2v2. Is going to be made a little bit better, but...
Team player, rah-rah go team type of champion is about to apply hammers to jawline.
Yep, you can get a lot of damage done, and this time it was just that 2-for-1 grub trade. And Blabber, of course, has a cheaper item, so he's going to have that done faster than Kryra will complete his. And he's looking for Call Me, who has no flash.
Yep, the Anivia already had to use the summoner spell earlier, but since Kryra is here, he's decided he wants to try to take some of this fight. Here's your Crystallize to try to block off Blabber's escape, but they will not get any kills here. So Blabber just going to walk this one away. Loki doing the same. To do it, he's got to have a crazy angle with the all-out. In order for Kryra to do it, I mean, Kryra can't really do it. He just throws the stink pillar at them, right? Blabber slam into the wall on Call Me here, and there's half the HP from the Anivia as Loki steps forward, and Call Me is just caught in the worst spot. There's no way to get away from this. They're going to get first blood plus waste
that gold back from Blabber.
Exactly. Loki's getting paid one way or the other. He is invested, as now DSG are investing in this Rift Herald take. The Scuttle Crab is already secured by C9 ahead of time. TP's coming in from the C9 side. Everybody's ready to fight here. Lions in the middle of everyone. Tactical getting locked up. Flashes back over the wall, staying alive for now. Kryra trying to escape. Thanatos ready with a flash. Q3. Kryra's already dead. Lions will follow. Loki takes him out with a stolen all.
Lion's going to go in behind him, but I just don't see the angle.
Yeah, it's looking pretty tough. Loki also stealing away the subjugate. And there's Soul Point secured. Not even 17 minutes into the game. And they're up over 4,000, means that...
Mid's dead too now?
Yeah, like 5 minutes from now, when you have to answer that fight in neutral territory around the Dragon Soul, if C9's up 5,000 gold at 22 minutes, what do you even do as Disguise?
Probably lose.
Probably lose.
You just took that first team fight after losing all the objectives. You got destroyed in that team fight. And when you're already that far behind, it kind of feels like you really need to make it work. Because
your jungle, anytime somebody tries to walk through here, they get slammed into the wall, hit with the hammer shock. And now Kryra, he's slammed into the wall, hit with the hammer shock.
Minus FHP.
Yep, not feeling great about that one. Vulcan and Tactical stepping forward. Keeper's verdict for the quick CC. And Kryra's not going anywhere. They can give the kill over to Tactical. Nice and easy. Abscond abduct with Loki stealing away the Magnet Storm. Trying to find something else on the back end of this. Sajed loses. They don't have any chance if they're not here first. Surdy's already clearing out some of the control wards. DSG wants to be ready to fight for this, but that's your jungler having to flash over the wall, drop the subjugate defensively. Kryra healing up on the backside of the fight, but now Surdy and Lions are in the middle of everything. Lions has already lost 3/4 of his health as Surdy gets tackled. No collision with the wall means Cassante is still alive for now. Gets back over the wall. Surdy staying alive, but in no condition to fight. And now the Dragon has been aggroed by C9. Loki going to interrupt the recall on Surdy's Cassante. Call Me stepping forward, trying to use the Crystallize to slow down C9. Tactical on the wrong side of the pillar, but he gets right back over with the 90 caliber net. Surdy dealing with Loki off to the side of the fight here at the same time. Kryra steps up. Objective bounty claimed by Sajed. C9 aren't going to get the soul, but DSG have already lost 2. Make it 3. Sajed and Call Me trying to hobble out of the fight, but everybody except for Call Me dies. 4 kills traded for the Dragon. C9 will take that one. Okay, for now, no problem. Make it 5 kills. The egg is wasted yet again. Ace for C9, and now they'll walk it over to
where you're playing ARAM with your friends and they're trolling you at the wall. And that was a tough start to the fight. I mean, he lost most of his health when he was looking for this
old heads out there. There was a video from back in like 2010, 2011 called McLaren and Anivia on YouTube.
A guy named McLaren just using walls on his own team, then acting confused when they were frustrated. One of the original League of Legends trolls. He's probably out there still somewhere. I have no idea what he's doing, but he's probably building Anivia walls. That is not the ideal way for a team fight to start. It's better than this, though, because Sajed already down here in the mid lane.
He's dead.
Sajed's dead. He got hit in the head.
He's got to go to Sabed.
He's got to go to Sabed. His face is all Sared. He's not having a good time. C9.
I can keep going, but I'm resisting. I'm a mature adult.
Okay.
I can stop any time. And that time is now.
It's a good thing they didn't pick Sajed to death mark them with the shuriken above their head. Okay, that's a replay.
We got to stop. We're going to be unemployed, buddy.
So
fired.
Yeah, we won't have any more street cred. But we got look, man,
this is not even a good joke.
It's a 10,000 gold lead. They've got Baron. This game is going nowhere. It's a 10-0. I'm trying to think of more Sajed name angles because there's more of those than there are angles for DSG to come back into this game. Blabber goes for the slam onto Surdy as he tries to take the Hex Gate in here, find some sort of an angle against C9. Blabber finds another tackle right back in there. Blabber and Thanatos just whittling away at the health bar on the Cassante, while Vulcan and Tactical keep the waves crashing in bottom lane. Meanwhile, mid lane with the Enchanted Cannon minion does destroy the inhibitor turret first. C9 keeping most of the pressure down here in bottom side as Loki continues working towards that inhibitor over in mid lane. First target going to be Kryra. Thanatos moving closer towards his allied solo laner as Call Me is shot down. No egg this time trying to protect him. Loki gets the kill onto Sajed. Loki getting away as DSG try to get one back onto the Sylas. All out from Surdy. He can't find the damage. They're too far behind. DSG's last stand is just a flicker in the night in the face of C9's 13,000 gold lead. They'll just march it straight on to the Nexus. Not even 26 minutes in, not a single kill for DSG. C9 stomps the third game and takes the series 2-1.
I mean, this was two absolute stomps. It was 23 minutes.